No, I think you raise a very valid point there, Arun. In reality, all IT, all software, there's a big transformation going on. If we look at where IT was 20, 25 years ago to where it is now, we've moved progressively forwards in a very fast way. And we're seeing the same in manufacturing. So having a ERP cloud solution is the next big step. As a result of that, we, as Epicor, we have adapted our products. We have products now that are cloud ready. In turn, I now need to ensure that we can ready our channel partners. So we are creating very new enablement programs which are helping our partners understand what they need to do for cloud, understanding the concept of cloud, because it is a big shift from on-premise to cloud environments. But a lot of that is even the back-end stuff. So how do they bill? How do they manage the transactions of cloud? You know, we're talking weekly, monthly, quarterly payment cycles, which is very different to your once a year on the license. And obviously the services involved around that. So we are building out a comprehensive channel program.
As a value-added reseller in the international business of Epicor, Epicor provides a lot of support for RheinBrucke and partners like us to upgrade our customers' existing legacy platforms into cloud. Cloud being very important for the customers, Epicor provides us a lot of tools and utilities so that RheinBrucke can support our customers in terms of migrating their legacy applications into cloud and vice versa. So there's a flexibility available whether the customer wants to go on-premise or they want to go for cloud. We provide services based on the guidance and support received from Epicor. So we as value-added resellers, we work synergistically with customers as well as Epicor based on the technological support received from Epicor, and we have an expertise team available to migrate the legacy applications to Epicor Cloud, and we do that seamlessly with various options given to customers with a very clear-cut pricing mechanisms based on adaptive and progressive manner.
No, so we have recently just introduced an enablement program. We've been trying it out across the various geographies, and we have recently introduced that into the Middle East, where we are working very closely with partners about how do you migrate from on-premise to cloud? How does that happen seamlessly? What do they need to know? What are the differences? What are the nuances between migrating from legacy to on-premise? It's now from on-premise to the cloud. So there's a lot of technical enablement taking place. And that technical enablement really does go quite deep into the essence of the understanding the fundamental differences between a platform that's sitting hosted somewhere away from the customer premises. How do you get their current infrastructure moved across there? There's a level of change management that's needed to be understood as well. So we're working with the business elements of the partners to understand what do they need to do to work with the customers in terms of getting them to understand what the core differences are, because it's a big difference for the customer. You know, we're talking a difference in resource requirements, a difference in hardware requirements, if at all, and a difference in way the software can be run and managed. So we are working with our partners and enabling our partners to be able to go through that transformation with the customer as seamlessly as possible.
See, RheinBrucke as value-added resellers of Epicor, we provide various consulting engagements with customers, and there are different options available to move the cloud offerings based on the customer needs. There are opportunities in terms of moving them into single-tenant edition. We have opportunity to move them around multi-tenant edition. Besides that, we have something called dedicated tenant, which is very unique and attractive for the customers based on the need. We work very closely with Epicor to provide industry-based solutions also in line with the cloud offerings, so that we are very, very focused in terms of our offerings to the customers.
The shift for our partners from selling on-premise, supporting on-premise, implementing on-premise is a big change. So as Epicor, we have prepared all the documentation that the partners could require to support them in this transition. What we'll find is not all partners will transition immediately from on-premise to cloud. Some are going to dabble in both areas, whereas some would like to move 100% wholeheartedly into a cloud-based reseller environment. So for those partners, we have pretty much prepared anything that they can need. We have the collateral they need to support them. We have the technical resources to train them and educate them. We also have the Epicor University, which provides them the ability to become certified on Epicor Cloud. At the same time, we've also ensured that our finance systems and our back office systems are there to support the partner. Because once again, I mentioned the way that cloud is billed is very different. We need to ensure we can bill it correctly. We need to ensure our partners can bill it correctly. So we have been working over the past year or so to ensure that when the transition really starts moving in earnest, that we are prepared, as are our partners.
RheinBrucke as a value-added reseller, greatly supported by Epicor. We provide solutions for the customers, and most importantly, the customers get an opportunity to utilize their CapEx. There is no upfront investment required for maintaining a huge server infrastructure. There is no investment required to spend on the licenses modules, basically. So this gets paid over a period of time, which is a great incentive, and the same money can be utilized for CapEx opportunity to improve their own business rather than spending on support systems like ERP. So that is a great incentive for the customer. So we always think from the customer standpoint, and from Epicor, we get a lot of support in terms of tools and templates, training programs, and we also get a lot of orientation. And in this case specifically, support is really, really important because there's a lot of back-end support that is required, as mentioned earlier. The product back office has to be extremely equipped to answer the queries from the customer, as there will be less control for the end customer on the server systems and services from a control perspective. So they have to be conversant and they have to be supportive by back office. That's the key. Shorter implementation time, there is a lot of options for the customers to pick up whichever model they want to, and an increased revenue opportunity in terms of regional penetration of the marketplace.